Alright, so I finished watching the Genshin Impact livestream on SUMERU, which is the 3.0 update, and I am very excited. So we're gonna talk about a few things they have discussed in the livestream, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. I am very interested with this update. So, the first thing they have discussed is the SUMERU region. There are two landmarks in SUMERU. SUMERU City is gonna have the Grand Bazaar, which is at the bottom of the city. Academia is gonna be somewhere in the middle, and the palace is gonna be at the top. Aside from SUMERU City, we're gonna have Port Ormuz. Port Ormuz is pretty much gonna be SUMERU Rito. There's gonna be other places as well, but those are pretty much the two landmarks. Now, they did mention before that there are going to be deserts. However, they are focusing on the rainforests in 3.0, so I'm probably going to anticipate deserts in 3.1. Let's now look at the characters. So there's 3 new characters that we will be seeing in 3.0, which are playable. The first one I'm going to mention is Tighnari, and Tighnari is a 5-star Denjiro Bow character. His personality, his character reminds me of both Albedo and Goro, going to his talents. After watching a few clips of him, I pretty much can say he's a Denjiro Ganyu. Denjiro Ganyu just changed the AoE to homing arrows. I may pull for him. I am on guaranteed soft pity. I'm not gonna pull for the weapon. I do have Amos Bow. Amos Bow is probably gonna work on him, hopefully. The next character I want to talk about is Kole, and a lot of you may know Kole from the manga. I have yet to read the manga, and she's pretty much grown up. She is also a Denjiro Bow character. She has this skill where she throws around something which goes back to her. It's kind of like a boomerang, and her burst does continuous Denjiro damage, which makes me to believe that she's gonna probably be a good support for Denjiro reactions. We also have this character from Port Ormuz called Dori. Now, Dori is a Electro Claymore character, and she is a healer. We just need to see if she's gonna do better or worse than Cookie, because Cookie is another healer. Now, aside from the characters, let's go to the Denjiro element. Now, in the past, we have only had Burning, which is Pyro and Denjiro, and it just continuously applies Pyro. Now, we're gonna get 2 new reactions and 4 more under it. I'm gonna explain in another video. Denjiro element is gonna have elemental reactions with Pyro, Hydro, and Electro. They're also adding new artifacts, and these artifacts are focused on Denjiro DPS characters and Denjiro support characters. There are also new bosses and enemies, of course, because it's a new region. The 2 new bosses in this region is this thing called a Jade Plume Terror Shroom and an Electro Regiswine. There's also going to be this new enemy called a Ruin Drake. This is a ruin machine that flies in the air. It is in the shape of a hawk. I am genuinely terrified for it because it's going to be camping on top. Now for the events. There are going to be around 5 events. And in one of the events, of course, we're getting a free character for this version, and that character is a Kole. Now this is pretty much good because almost everyone who plays is gonna get a free Kole. There's gonna be other events as well, such as this one where you take a picture of mobs and it pretty much kills them. It looks interesting for an event. Another event is gonna be somewhat like the Perilous Trial, which is gonna have trial characters. There's also gonna be the Sealy rerun, and they also add a new color of Sealy, which is of course lime green because Denjiro. And there's gonna be a leyline overflow at the end of the update. Of course, the last part which they have discussed are the banners for the first phase. Tighnari, Zhongli, and Kole will be the banners. Kole is of course going to be in Tighnari and Zhongli's banners. And the second phase for banners is going to be Ganyu, Kokumi, and Dori. This one's a bit random, I guess. Ganyu, I honestly don't know why they picked Ganyu. However, Kokumi seems like a more related banner towards the new version. She does apply a lot of Hydro, and I see her being used in those comps. Also, last thing they mentioned is that all 1.2 artifacts are getting added to the strong box, but it's pretty much everything except the Inazuma artifacts. This is pretty much game changing. I'm very excited for this feature. Build other characters that I have ignored because their best in slot artifacts are in this trash domain. So we'll see what we can do if we're not building any other new characters. That's it for all the news. We're going to get more news eventually on other stuff that's going to be added. But as of now, I'm pretty much excited for the new update, especially the new danger reactions we are getting.